Namaste. Thank you so much for joining this yoga class. This is a yoga class designed specifically for back pain. I myself am currently struggling with a returning injury to my lower back, so I've designed this class with that in mind. That being said, this class is going to be great for any kind of back pain that you're suffering with. We're going to work on strengthening the muscles to prevent further injury, and we're also going to work on poses that will hopefully relieve some of that pain, some of that tension going on. But also, as the disclaimer says, I am not a doctor, I am a yoga teacher. So please consult your doctor before you embark on any kind of yoga practice, so that you don't injure yourself further. But if you are struggling with a little bit of back pain, and it's nothing serious or it's nothing that your doctor's concerned about, you should be fine to do this practice. So today we're going to start in Advarsana. So we're going to lie down on the abdomen. So take your time and come down to lie on the belly, being very careful of the back wherever you are feeling your pain. And so you can release the hands forward, palms facing down onto the ground. And you can release the forehead down onto the mat. Arms should be shoulder width apart, and same with the legs. Legs should be hip distance apart for Advarsana. Reverse corpse pose. So you can begin to deepen the breath and start to slow everything down. Using the breath to relax the body, relax the mind, and bring your awareness to your back, wherever you might be feeling pain today, or soreness. And imagine sending the breath to that area to heal it. We're going to move very slowly today. So try and slow yourself down. Slow the breath down. And slow down the mind. But at the same time, be aware and be focused of the issues going on with your back. And don't do any of the postures if you feel that it's not right for you. When you're ready, taking an inhale, I'm going to lift the head off of the mat and bring the hands under the shoulders. And you can place the forehead back down. Keeping the elbows squeezing into the ribs, we're going to push into the earth with the hands. And when you're ready, bringing the heels together. Inhaling and just lifting the head and the chest up, just as far as you can go. You don't have to come into a full cobra, full bhujangasana. Just come as far as is feasible for you today. And squeeze the shoulder blades together. So squeezing the muscles in the top of the back, strengthening the muscles here. And exhale, release. Do 3 more times. Again, if you feel any pinching or any pain, any discomfort, just return to Advarsana, the posture at the beginning. Great. Inhale, pushing into the earth, lifting the head and the chest up. Do not hold the breath, keep breathing. And on an exhale, lowering the head back down. Great. Final time, inhaling, lifting the head and the chest. Keep breathing deeply. And exhale to lower down. From here, we're going to bring the elbows under the shoulders and lift up to Sphinx. If this feels wrong for your spine, you'll know it immediately, and you can just quickly return to Advarsana. But if you are comfortable here, that's great. Just remember that we don't want to sink into the shoulders. We want to be active into the shoulders, pushing away from the earth. And if this is comfortable for you, you can release the hands forward and come up onto the fingertips. Inhale here with the chest and the head lifted, not very high. Exhale to lower the chest and the head down. Inhale to lift, push into the fingers. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower down. And one more time. Inhale, lift the chest, the head, look up. And exhale, lower down. You can return to Advarsana, reaching the hands forward, bringing the forehead down to the earth. Great. From here, we're going to make a little cushion for the head with the hands, placing one palm on top of the other, and you can turn the head over to the left. And when you're ready, we're going to bend the left knee and slide the left knee up towards the left elbow for Baby Krishna. Breathing deep. Great, and then we'll release the leg back. Swap the sides for the head, turn the head over to the right. And again, bend the right knee and pull the right knee out to the side towards the right elbow. Doesn't have to be so far up towards the elbow. Breathe into the belly, breathe down into the lower back. Relax. And when you're ready, releasing the leg back. We'll bring the big toes to touch, turn the heels out to the sides, and you can come up onto the chin. So place the chin onto the hands. Okay, so we're going to bring the palms under the shoulders again. And you can curl the toes under just to support the knees as we push into the hands, push into the knees, and come up and stretch ourselves like a cat, so round the spine. Make any movements that feel good. And eventually we'll bring the hips down onto the heels, bring the knees nice and wide, And stretch the hands forward for extended child's pose. It doesn't matter if the hips don't really touch the heels. Wherever you are, just relax and breathe deeply. On your next inhale, I'm going to push into the hands, push into the knees, and lift up into a tabletop position. So bring the hands, the wrists under the shoulders, and you can bring the knees back in line under the hips. And when you're ready, taking this really nice and slowly, inhaling, curving the spine as much as you possibly can today. And look up. Exhale to round the spine, stretch the back, and look down towards the navel. Great. Inhale, curve the spine, look up. Exhale to round the spine. Inhale to curve the spine and look up. And exhale to round the spine and look down towards the navel. Inhale to curve the spine and look up. Exhale to round. We're going to come from this rounded posture down to sit on the heels, keeping the chin tucked into the chest, sliding the fingertips back, and slowly, slowly rolling the spine all the way up to our seat. So we're going to sit in hero pose on the heels just for a moment. And you can interlace the fingers behind the lower back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. This is going to be great if you have problems in the thoracic spine, so the top of the back. So squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the heart up. You might even choose to curve the spine completely and look up, or not, pushing the fingers down towards the earth. Great, you can release the hands. And to do a counter posture for the thoracic spine, we'll place the hands on the heels, bring the top of the skull down in front of the knees, and lift the hips up. Being careful not to place any weight on the head. Locking the elbows, feeling that stretch in the top of the back. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, dropping the heels back down and rolling the spine all the way back up to hero pose. Beautiful. We're now going to come down onto the buttocks and bring the feet together. So bring the soles of the feet together for a butterfly pose. So you can send the knees out nice and wide, and you can place the hands around the toes. Take a moment to breathe here. Notice the release in the lower back. And you can even bounce the knees if it feels good. Maybe even stretch the neck while you're here. Dropping one ear over to the shoulder and then the other. And perhaps dropping the chin into the chest. Making a little U shape with the nose. Great. From here, we're going to bring the feet a little bit further away from the hips. And you can reach the arms under the legs and grab around to reach the toes if it's accessible. If not, you can just bring the backs of the hands onto the ground. If this feels okay here, we'll inhale and then exhale, release the head down. So you should feel a deep stretch in the whole back in tortoise. The knees are nice and wide. Remembering to breathe deeply. Taking your time to come out of the posture by releasing one arm and then the other, and lifting the chest up. We'll bring the knees back together. Soles of the feet can come down onto the earth. From here, you can place the hands just behind the lower back. So the knees are generously bent. We're going to inhale here. Exhale, drop the knees over to the left. So windshield wipering the knees. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, dropping the knees over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, dropping the knees to the left. Inhale, center. And exhale, over to the right. Do one more time. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, dropping the knees over to the left. Notice any tension. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, dropping the knees over to the right. Great. Inhale, come back to center. Keeping the hands and the feet where they are. We're going to inhale. Exhale, slowly. Inhale, lift the hips up, push into the feet, push into the hands, and come into an inclined table. If you don't have any problems with the neck, you can release the head back, but if you do have problems with the neck, then be very careful. Great, and exhale to release the hips all the way down. Well, bring the hands around the front of the knees, round the spine, pull the chin into the chest, and stretch the back. Maybe even crack the back, if you're me. This always cracks my back. Cool, it's really great decompression for the lower back. Great, we'll inhale, lift the chest back up, bring the spine nice and straight again. And when you're ready, you can turn out to the side of your mat. And we're going to come into a wide-legged fold, just on one side. So you can place your right foot in towards the groin. The knee and the leg are nice and relaxed. And then the left foot can reach out to the side. It doesn't have to be 180 degrees. We're not trying to do gymnastics or anything like that. And you can flex your left toes up and engage the top of the thigh. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale to float the left hand down towards the left foot. The right arm can reach up and over as well. And you can try and shine the heart up to the ceiling instead of collapsing down. Great. If you can, place your hand on the inside or even the elbow on the inside of the leg, that's great. Or maybe you can even place your hand onto the foot, or even both hands onto the foot. Find the limit of your stretch here and breathe all the way down into the belly. If you've got lumbar issues, this is going to feel really intense. You're going to feel really intense stretch. Just be careful, be conscious that you don't overstretch yourself here. If you feel any pain, just come gently out of the posture. Great, inhale. Exhale, move deeper if you can. And to come out, we'll inhale, lift the right arm up. And you can place the right hand on the next to the right hip and reach the left arm up and just open out the front body. Great, and release. And we'll swap to the sides. So bringing the left foot in towards the groin, right foot is out to the side. Great, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, and folding down to the side. Deep side stretch. Come to wherever you can. This side might be different, depending on what's going on in your back. Close the eyes and just breathe. Great, inhale, we'll reach all the way back up. Place the left hand by the left hip, reach the right arm up. And exhale to release both hands down. Great, we're going to come all the way back down into our child's pose, so you can come to your tabletop first. And then bring the knees nice and wide, drop the hips down onto the heels, extend the hands forward. Breathe deep, relax the body and relax the mind. Awesome, we're going to push into the hands, push into the knees, come back into our tabletop, bringing the knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. So knees under the hips and wrists under the shoulders in our tabletop. We're going to come into a low lunge, so you can bring the right foot forward in between the hands. Extend the left foot out nice and long. You can either keep the back toes curled under to support the knee if you need to, or allow the toes to lie flat on the ground. And you can come up onto the fingertips, begin to lower the hips forward and down. So you should feel a deep stretch in the psoas. Psoas are connected to the lower back, the lumbar spine. So if you are having issues there, you'll feel a stretch in the lower back too. Great. Open the heart, look forward. And when you're ready, we'll place the palm on the inside of the leg and inhale, lift the right arm up, twisting to the right. Great. Inhale. Exhale, lower the palm down to the ground. And you can curl the back toes under just to support the knee and step the right foot back to tabletop. This time we're going to bring the left foot forward and come into our low lunge on the left side. Come up onto the fingertips. Find what feels good. Push the hips forward and down. Allow gravity to do the work. And placing the right palm on the inside of the leg. Inhaling, lifting the left arm up. Twisting to the left. Great. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Bring both hands to frame the foot. Curl the back toes under. And bring that back knee back to your tabletop. We're going to lower down onto the hips. Swing the feet forward and come into Shavasana. So come to lie down on the back. I'll just take a quick Shavasana today to relax the back. If you are like me and you have problems with your lower back, Today, you might choose to place some cushions, a blanket, or even blocks if you have some, preferably some foam ones so that they can be a bit more comfy. You can place some blocks or something under the knees, so on any kind of setting that you want. And bring the feet nice and wide and lie down on the back. So the benefit of keeping the knees slightly raised, I'm going to go for a little bit more because my lower back is not feeling good today. The benefit of keeping the knees raised is that the lumbar can become flat on the mat and you don't have to engage the core for that to happen. Sometimes it's good to respect the curve of the spine when we're lying down on the ground. Other times it's just not comfortable. And the yoga mat is it's not like a bed where we have the squishiness of the mattress to support the spine. Now, here we just have a flat, hard surface, so we need to do some work to support ourselves. You can place one hand on the belly, one hand on the sternum. Close the eyes. And we'll breathe deeply, abdominal breathing all the way down into the belly. Exhale. Inhale, the belly rises. Exhale, the belly falls. Inhale, the belly rises. Exhale, the belly falls. And you can begin to follow the wave of your own breath, the pace of your own breath, focusing strongly on the exhale. So I invite you to pause the video here and stay here as long as you want. But for now, we're going to remove those blocks that are under the knees, if you have some. And then you can bring the feet together, bring the hands together above the head and stretch the whole body. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale, we'll release the hands down and hug the knees in. And you can rock from side to side. You can place the hands on the knees and make circles, if that feels good. And if your whole back is quite sore, it might be nicer to rock back to front, swinging the legs up and rocking on the spine. But be very careful if you do have a serious injury here. Cool. From here, we're going to hug the knees into the chest one final time. Come into a supine twist. Inhale. Exhale. Place the left hand on the right thigh, and you can place the right arm out to the side. Look over to the right, and exhale, drop the knees over to the left. Breathe deep into the belly. Great. Inhale, come back to center. And we'll swap the sides. So place the left arm out to the side, look over to the left, right hand on the thigh, and exhale, dropping the knees over to the right. Breathing deep. Great. Inhale and coming back to center. And we'll hug the knees in one more time. Give yourself a last little bit of love. Maybe rock from side to side again and continue massaging the spine. And we'll roll over to one side and use the hands to lift us back up into our seat. We'll bring the hands up to the heart. Notice how you feel. Notice how the back feels. Make any movements that might feel good. Continue stretching the neck if that feels right. Thank you so much for completing this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you relieve some of your pain. Namaste.